And we are live. Hey, Rhonda, welcome to Random Hangout.
Hi, everyone. How are you? I'm Rhonda Wall from VA Village, and we are random today with Miss Eva Taylor from DIY Marketers.
I've been DIY marketing my little hiney off today. I'm telling you.
You've been interviewing all day long, haven't you?
I have. I've been interviewing all day long because we are recording the Bizapalooza sessions, and today was a technology hiccup day, man. Usually they go really well, but you know, things happen. My electricity went out in the middle of one, and I had to, you know, not reboot, but, you know, I had to wait for all my routers and everything to come back up.
Yeah.
In the second one, my expert's computer crashed. So,
oh, no.
There you go.
That's no fun. Yeah. It always happens, too, when you're the busiest, and you have, like, a million things to do, and then you have all the crazy stuff go on, and that's just the beauty of technology. Just like with the Hangouts, it's trial and error, so we may have to call an expert in a little while and see if we can get some help.
Exactly. We
understand all this stuff. Okay, so since you've been interviewing all day, I thought I would do kind of a fun interview with you.
Oh, my God, that's right, you said. I didn't want it to be about me. That's for a change.
Yeah, it's going to be about you. So I created this thing. You remember when we were young, we had these books called Mad Libs.
Sure, and you have to, like, insert a word.
Right, so you insert the noun or the verb or the adjective or whatever, and you ask people for those words, and then when you finish, you read what the story is.
Right.
Okay, so I wrote a really short story, and I created a Mad Lib for you. So I'm going to ask you to give me some. So give me some good ones, and then I'll read the little short story. So the first one is, a bug. The first one is a plural noun. Give me a plural noun.
A plural noun.
It's person, place, or thing, in case you forgot in some grade school.
I'm trying to pick a good one. A plural noun. Flowers.
All right. That will work. And a verb? That's an action.
How about puke?
Puke. Gross.
Like,
all right. We'll use an adjective which describes something.
Hysterical.
Okay, great. And an exclamation, like, oh no, or wow, or oh yeah, or yay, or something like that.
Rats.
And a color.
Blue.
Blue. Okay, another plural noun.
Cars.
Cars. And you guys in the audience, if you have some, you can add in, give her some ideas. The next one is an adjective, which describes something.
Flimsy.
Flimsy. Okay, and a color.
Fuchsia.
Okay, and another plural noun.
Another plural noun.
Are you getting any good ideas from the audience?
No, not yet. I'll have to check.
You guys got to help her out now.
Did you say a plural noun? Computers.
Computers. Okay, a number.
23.
Okay, an adjective.
Great.
Great. And another plural noun.
Another plural noun. Brooms.
Brooms. Okay, that'll be good. An adjective?
Oh my God, an adjective.
You got just a few more to do.
Let me think. Let me think.
You guys, you got to help her out.
I know I'm not seeing anything in the stream. Hold on.
Nobody's helping you out, poor thing.
I know. Hold on. Let me see if there's any comments in there. Oh, Bill Jelen said he's going to watch again. Oh my God, he's a glutton for punishment. Another, what did you say? An adjective. That's where I stopped, isn't it? An adjective. Hard.
Hard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. A color?
I want to like a really ridiculous color. How about, okay, black.
Yeah, that's really ridiculous.
I know, like not.
A plural noun?
Glasses. Did I say glasses before?
No. A verb?
Jump.
Jump. And an adverb, which describes an action.
Thank you. It ends in ly.
Yeah, ends with ly or y, like quickly, silently, carefully.
I want a good one, but I don't have it. Let me think. I wish you hadn't said anything. Cowardly. No, that's not good. I don't know if cowardly is it. I don't know what I want. Let me see. Wait. I will find something. I'm going to find a really good one. All right. I want to quickly, silently, carefully, like an adverb.
We have silently, quickly.
Okay, I'm going to get a good one here for you.
Okay.
I'm going to get a good one because I don't have any ideas, but I'm going to think of some. Accidentally.
Accidentally. Okay. And I'm going to need another exclamation.
How about OMG?
OMG. Good. Let's see our results in here. Okay, so here's the story.
Are you want to? Hey, can you? Since I saw you type it in, do you want to just share your screen?
No, because it looks ugly, but it makes a cute little story.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the little story is Ivana is thinking of starting a new business. Now, some of the names that she is considering are Flowers Puke Hysterically, Rats Blue Cars, Flimsy Fuchsia Computers. That one's going to sell really good. 23 Great Brooms.
I like that one.
That one's pretty good. Yeah, that one might sell. So, after much thought and consideration, give me a drum roll. This is what she's decided to go with.
Wait. Where is it?
The drum roll in the Google.
Where is that stupid drum roll thing?
It's in the Google Effects.
I know. I don't know where it is. Mine's aren't showing. Oh, there it is. Hang on. Because we have to show people how you can use these very cool things.
That's right.
Let's see. Props. Sounds.
There you go.
Let me drum roll. Here we go. Oh, no, not that one.
No, that was for a joke. Here we go. There's a drum roll. Okay, so what she went with was hard black glasses jump accidentally. OMG. That was a lot of fun. I used to love to play these when I was younger. So you can there's a website called Mad Lib Gen, Gen, where you can generate your own Mad Libs and play them. So
you know what's really perfect about this?
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun, but you know what you did without even knowing it, you didn't even tell me, is
Mm-hmm.
you've really kind of, this is what Random Hangout's all about. Where will the topic come from? And the topic you've just really brought to mind is naming your business. Naming things in general can be really
Yeah,
challenging.
people have a hard time with that. Yeah.
Right? So maybe like a Mad Lib is definitely the way to go. I have there is actually a really terrific book out there. Let me see if I can find it and share the link for everyone. It's called Pop. Oh my goodness, what's it called? Pop something. Oh, I have to go Amazon. I have to look it up on Amazon. I hope it's called Pop something, and it has. I use it all the time.
And it helps you name your business, huh?
It helps you name all kinds of things.
Ah.
What is, I wish, I'm going to have to find it and share it with you guys. Pop something. Oh, that's making me crazy. If my husband were here, this would drive him bananas. He's a chemist, and he's like, if you can't remember the name of something, then don't even start the conversation. Right? And in a lot of ways, it drives him crazy. That's only because we've been married for 20-some years.
Realize how random we really are.
Right. But you know what? There's all kinds of great online tools like name generators. So that
Right.
can really help you. And, you know, that's definitely a great place to go. And what does she call it? The W?
Yeah, and the Mad Libs might be a fun way to name your business. You can get some ideas from people and actually use some real words that, you know, you might want to use anyway.
Right, right. Here it is. Here, wait, I'm going to find it very shortly here. Here it is. Pop. I'm going to tell you, Pop, create the perfect name. Sam Horn. Sam Horn is the author.
Okay.
All right, we're getting close, people. We're getting close. Pop. Sam Horn. In books. Here we go. Yes! Create the perfect pitch, title, and tagline.
Oh, cool.
I have this book in hard copy. I have it in on my Kindle, so that it's on all my devices. So
Why don't you share the Amazon link in the comments, in the main comments? That way people can go check it out if it's something they're interested in.
Correct. I just shared the link. It's an awesome.
Okay, great.
And in addition to that, boy, okay, there it goes. And in addition to that, since we're talking about books, today at midnight Pacific time is the last opportunity that you will have to vote on the best business books for small business of 2013.
Oh, we'll give the link for that too.
So you guys got to check these out and go vote. Go vote. Today is the last day. Whoa, I can't type. The last day. Vote for that. Get the best business books. Let's see. I don't know if you can see who is.
All they know, right?
Yeah, you can't nominate. That's kind of over. It's over and done with. But you can definitely go vote. But I want to talk about this book, Pop, which is really great. She gives some really fantastic ideas for how to, oops, my camera went off. How to vote. How to come up with ideas for names and taglines, which people really, really struggle with. So one idea is to make a list of all the words that describe your product, all the words that describe the benefit of your product. She also talks about one thing I do a lot from that book is I go into something called an idiom dictionary or a cliche dictionary, because cliches, while we don't want to use them in our writing, are actually a terrific source of great names.
Yeah, to inspire some names. I seen a funny thing yesterday on Facebook was your next brand name. You can create your next brand name by The combination of the color of underwear you have on and the last thing you ate.
Oh, that's
so.
interesting.
What was yours?
I don't know.
What color underwear do you have on?
Leopard.
Mine would be purple bacon.
That sounds like a production company. But I would love it if any of our viewers or anyone who's watching, what are some ways that you go about creating great names for businesses and things, or how do you come up with great taglines? Another really great tip in that book is she talks about phrases that you always say. That always ends up being a great tagline. I think that's something that you have.
Okay. Right. So I say it takes a village. That's one of my taglines for my brand.
Right. And we use it in your name, and we use it as your tagline.
Right. And I also use it in my brand. My Hey Help Me Rhonda, all my life, every time I told someone my name, they would start singing the Beach Boys song. So now that's kind of become my brand, but that's something that's been with me forever. So you can use things like that if it's something that has kind of just resonated with you forever or resonated with other people when they meet you, then you use it in your brand and it stands out. You can also find your stripper name by doing your maiden name and the name of your first dog.
What if you didn't have a dog? I didn't have a dog.
Well, the name of your first pet.
The name, that's not working for me.
What was the name of your first pet?
Chora. It was a cat.
What was its name?
I told you, Chora. It was a Serbian name.
Oh, Chorda.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, yours would be, like, complicated.
I know. Nothing I do is easy.
Let's see, my first dog's name, that would work as a stripper name.
Oh, that would totally work as a stripper name. Totally. So I actually have a table of contents here.
You can have fun with this. You can have fun with coming up with names for your business, just like we did. You know, you helped me come up with the branding and everything with my business, and we really had a lot of fun with it, just like with VA Village. And, you know, we were talking about the village people, and I said, you know, I could have YMCA playing on my website. So just have fun with it, even though that's not what I used and that wasn't going to be my brand. It was just a fun process. But in that fun process and coming up with these silly things, we actually came up with something real. Exactly. And so you can do that. Just have fun with it, like the Mad Libs, and just have a good time with it. Name those adjectives. Go on, make a little Mad Lib and name some nouns and some verbs and things and adjectives that describe you or describe your business or your product, and just have a good time with it. And get friends to help you. Maybe they can tell you things that describe you or what they think, you know, when they hear certain things, and just make a little game out of it. And you might actually come up with a really good name out of just having a little fun with it.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I love that idea of just really having fun with it, because I think what stops us a lot of times is we take it entirely too seriously and we think we have to come up with the next Coke, when in reality, you know, for small businesses, what really works is the most obvious.
Right.
Because we don't have $1 million budgets, so we have to be obvious.
Right, exactly. And it doesn't even, you know, you have names like eBay and things like that that don't even really make sense to anyone else, but we still know what it is. When you say it, everybody knows what it is, but it's something that resonated with the person who created it for whatever reason. And so you can use stuff like that as well. But then, you know, have a really good descriptive tagline that lets everyone know what it is. But then once it becomes like a household name, then it doesn't matter. Just like Coke. I think I read somewhere that like Coca-Cola started out, they actually called it Coke because it was just a smidget of cocaine in the soda that gave you energy.
Right.
And so that's kind of where the name came from. So
I don't even know if that's true. Is that
I don't know if it's true either. I've heard that story, And I don't know if it's actually true or not, but that's another thing. It's really good to have that story behind what your brand is too,
Exactly.
and having a good story. You know, everybody tells you need to have stories and speak your why and all that kind of stuff too, and that's part of it. So this process that you took to come up with your name or your brand can be part of that story as well, and it may be a funny story as the way you came up with it. You know, you may have named it after your dog, or whatever, you know, or your bird or whatever it was. Just like, you know, some groups like Nickelback, they I saw them in an interview. They named their band because they used to work at Starbucks, and everyone would give them the money, and always the change was a nickel. I forget how much it was. It was like, you know, $3.95 or whatever, and they give them $4, and they say, "Here's your nickel back." And they would say that all day, "Here's your nickel back," and they decided to name their band Nickelback.
That's awesome. That's really
so
fantastic.
that's a funny and interesting story of the way they came up with their name. So you can kind of incorporate that process of coming up with your brand name or your product name into that. So use creative ways to do it, and you may end up with a story at the end.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's lots of fun stuff you can do. You know, when I first started out, I knew I had to have a name, but I didn't want to use my own personal name. Like, I didn't want to use Ivana Taylor. I really wanted to have a company name. And I just could not think of one and could not think of one. And there was a book laying, like, next to the chair. I picked it up, and I opened it up, and it was some metaphysical book that my husband was reading. I opened it up, and what I saw was third force. Like in a sentence, it was the first thing I saw.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting, because, you know, I work with manufacturers, and I wanted something a little, like something strong, right? And here, what it was about is they were talking about the laws of motion. And the laws of motion are, right, an object in motion will remain in motion unless acted upon by another force.
Right.
There you go.
That's perfect.
So I thought, oh, this is kind of cool, right? The definition of insanity and so on and so forth. So cool.
Yeah, that's good. Then you have a story there behind what you named, and that's a good story that you can actually tell people.
Exactly.
So that's perfect.
So anyway, so like what else? What else is there to?
I believe it is time for us to do a hashtag random crank call. And we need to decide, who do we want to bug today to pick their brain?
Well, let's see
what we have going on, see who's available, and see who our victim will be today.
Great. Well, I know that I have a friend that I'm going to look inside my Google Hangout. Who is online? Amy's online. Susan Payton is online from Egg Marketing. We could crank call her.
Yeah, let's give her a call.
Dustin left. Who should we call? Susan?
Yeah, she's from Egg Marketing, so she could probably really give us some tips on marketing our brand once we come up with a name. She can even help us with the naming, too.
Okay, let's see. Can I invite you to...
Remember, guys, if you want to be random crank called by us, then you need to add us to your circles.
Oh, you know what? There's somebody else that I know. James Hawley. Here he is, but he's not online right now.
Aw.
Aw.
It's the middle of the day. Where are these people at?
Tim Cookroll is online. Oh, my God, he could be funny. I wonder if he's busy. Let me see what Susan says first.
Let's try the crazy guy.
Should we try, well, okay, should we try the crazy guy?
Yeah, just call him.
Let's,
let him know you're
like right in the, like right in the Hangout?
Yeah, just add them as a guest at the top.
Okay,
if you go to the top, you'll see a person with a plus beside their head.
I know. I'm a little bit nervous.
Right.
Let's see if he answers.
You're nervous? It's a crank call. I haven't crank call when I was younger all the time.
I haven't talked to Jim in a long time. Let's see if he picks up.
We used to like to call the paint store and ask for polka dotted paint.
Oh my God, there's Susan. Open. Let's see if he answers. I don't know if he's going to answer.
While we're waiting, if anyone has some really good prank call ideas, put it in the comments. I want to see what's the craziest
He's there.
call things you've done.
Hey,
Hi, Jim.
Can you hear us?
You need to unmute yourself.
Jim. There he is. Oh my God, everybody, it's Jim Cookrell, one of my favorite authors. He's here in Cleveland enjoying the sometime sun, sometime rain, Jim, right?
Hi, Jim. You have been random crank called by Evena Taylor and Rhonda Wall. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Is this going live on the internet?
You are on the internet.
You're on a live Google Hangout right now. It's random hangout time.
All right.
You are on the line.
Where we randomly call experts just to see what they're up to.
All right. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. What are you guys up to?
Doing random hangout,
We're
right?
talking about branding today, and we're talking about naming. We played a little Mad Lib and came up with some crazy product names and business names, so that was fun. And then we're seriously talking about some branding and things like that. Even it says you're her favorite author. So we wanted to give you a call and talk to you.
How are you getting those really neat subtitles underneath your names? Those look great.
That's called the lower third. And if you head over to your, you know, to the little menu that's on the side of your Hangout.
Yeah.
Or actually, if you, I have mine turned off right now. Well, hold on. If you, hold on just a minute. On the right-hand side, up on top, there's a person inside of a circle. Do you see the person inside the circle?
No.
On the right-hand side of your Hangout?
You have to open up your Hangout toolbox.
Okay.
And then you'll see a silhouette of a person there, and you'll see it says lower third. You turn that on, and you can type your name in there, and it'll show it.
Well, you learn something new every day. Thanks for telling me that.
Exactly. It's called a lower third.
But anyway, Jim, we're not just crank calling anybody. Not only do you have to be a small business expert, but you have to be funny.
All right. Okay. Should I get my ukulele?
I've been following Jim lately. He has had some really interesting Facebook posts up there. So, Jim, how is life going for you? I know you were having a bad week last week.
Yeah, really bad week last week, but it's recovered this week, having a much better time this week, and things are going great. I'm busy, and I got a conference coming up this summer that I'm doing, first time in-person conference, and couldn't be happier.
You and I were supposed to be at the, what was that called, SOB Con, and
yeah,
that went nowhere.
Yeah, unfortunately, for whatever reason, Liz, they couldn't pull it off out there, and that was supposed to be this week or next week, wasn't it?
At the end of June, I think it was,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was kind of disappointed about that.
SOB Con.
I'm sorry, SOB Con is a conference for bloggers, right, Jim?
Yeah, it's called SOBCon or SOBCon, and I had never been to it before. I'm a friend of Liz Strauss, who put it out, and I think for health reasons and sponsorship problems, they just couldn't get it out this year. So
Yeah.
That's
kind
too
of
bad.
So I'm sorry, I'm catching up with Jim here, but hey. But Jim is honestly one of the funniest guys I know. What was that last book that you did that I reviewed that I totally loved? I can't even remember. Outrageous Things to Do, Creative Marketing, something. Amazing. No. Awesome.
I did a book called Attention, This Book Will Make You Money.
That's the one. I love this one.
It's what? Attention, this book will make you what?
Attention, This Book Will Make You Money.
Ah, okay. I like that. I like the title, too.
This is one of my favorite books of all time, period.
Thank you. Yeah, it came out in 2010 from Wiley, and it's 72,000 words, and it's a really great book, marketing book.
It's got all kinds of outrageous things that you can do, and Jim's got some outrageous stories of his own because, remember, Rhonda, you and I were talking about, or maybe that was with Amy, we were talking about creating social media conversations with really famous people. And Jim, you have a great story about that, don't you?
Wow, you're really putting me on the spot, aren't you?
The
That's
Mark
what we
Cuban
do.
story. You have the Mark Cuban story. Don't say I
Yeah,
don't listen to the presentation.
so years ago, I read about this in the book. I came up with the idea: how do you get attention of a billionaire without, you know, going to them direct? And I created this website called MarkCubanPleaseCallMe.com, and I did it on a whim. And I put a little page up, and it said, "Mark, here's why I want you to call me. I want to prove the power of the internet." Now let me remind you, this was Twitter had just come out, and nobody was on Facebook yet. Okay, nobody was, only students were allowed on Facebook at the time. So this was the very early days of social media. This wasn't like it is today. Um, and I didn't tell anyone about it. What I did was I put the page out there, and I sent a press release out back when press releases still kind of worked, right? And
Right.
I put a press release out, and I said, "Mark, call me so I can prove how you can move information on the internet without social channels and the things we didn't have and all that." Now, he never did call, but I did get a call from a reporter from the Dallas Morning News who saw the press release and interviewed me, and he called me up and he said, "Why are you doing this?" I told him. He said, "Well, I just want to let you know that he called Mark Cuban because he had his number, and he said, I talked to Mark Cuban, and Mark Cuban hates you." And I said, "What do you mean he hates me? I don't understand." He goes, he told me that there's this guy named Jim who's been stalking him online for years and bothers him all the time. And I said, "Wait a minute, it's not me. He got me confused with somebody else."
Oh my gosh.
So the long story short is he called Mark back, and he goes, "That's not the same guy." And Mark was like, "Oh, okay, this is a fun idea." Now, he never did actually call me on the phone, but he does to this day return my emails, which he does to a lot of people. Anyway, it's an old story, but the point of the story is you can do a lot to generate attention online, even in the old days before social media.
Right, that's awesome. Yeah, you see a lot of teenagers now doing the "Go to the Prom with Me" campaigns to get celebrities to go to prom with them and all of that kind of stuff. So you kind of you were the you birthed that idea to begin with before the social media and all of that was big. And kind of the original person who did the "Go to the Prom with Me" kind of routine.
Well,
Exactly.
the whole basis of the book, Attention, was and is, if you can get someone's attention, you've won the first step in the battle. But it's also not that you should go out and do something outrageous just to be outrageous. You know, there's a lot of people. If you flash forward to today's world, 2014, you have a lot of people who do it the wrong way. They create campaigns and they create fake content and just to get attention, right? And the problem is you can get attention, but then you look like a fool, or you don't follow up with good quality content. Like I see a lot of people create e-books or white papers or blog posts that get attention, but they're junk, you know. And people don't have the tolerance for junk. The worst thing you can do to somebody nowadays is waste their time. Create something that people don't want, that wastes their time, and then the whole point of getting someone's attention is to get them to do something, whether join your email list, buy from you, learn your brand, whatever it is. And if you waste their time, then you've essentially not only not gained a customer, but lost a customer for life.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's really good. I see that you have a ukulele or something, whatever you call them, sitting behind you on that desk. Do you play?
Yeah, I have it here.
Okay, can you play us a little tune?
That's not in tune, I don't think.
That's okay.
What are you guys gonna sing?
What are you gonna play?
We know it. We know it.
Is it anyone's birthday? Maybe you can play Happy Birthday. Happy Birthday. Wait.
I can't sing. That's not a good thing. Okay, let's see what.
Not all I know.
What do you play for your kids?
You know, I show them how to play. I've got a guitar back there. I'm not very good at the guitar, but I show them how to play. I actually sang on stage, or actually I played on stage. My daughter sang a song from Toy Story. You've got a friend.
Well, do it.
Oh God, that was years ago. I don't remember.
Oh, that was such a good idea too, Rhonda. Because
I know. I want to hear.
I love Business Owners Rock.
Oh, let's see if I remember. I think it's.
It might be our new theme song for our show.
Oh, it's so out of tune.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's great. I love this.
I'm trying to remember the chords that you got a friend of me.
You can just fake it. Because we don't know.
We don't know. We don't play anyway.
No, it's not A. Okay, anyway, I forget what it is.
That's
good.
awesome.
That was good.
Yay, Jim. Okay, Jim, so what is your rant I have two questions to ask Jim. One, what is your rant for the week?
Rant for the week? Stop being so crabby on the internet. There's too many people who are just really going over the line. I had a really bad week last week. It was due to a lot of people who simply just couldn't control themselves in terms of trying to put other people down. And what's the point? Why are you going through life trying to be so negative with everybody, you know? Calm down, relax, enjoy your life. Quit being so angry all the time. That's my rant.
I love it. I love it.
We all just get along.
So what is your latest venture? I know you moved into a new facility. What is the latest thing that you're creating, and how is it going to change the face of small business?
Well, a good segue. I have a book coming out in a couple of weeks called Go Direct, which is a book about how to sell directly to your fans and customers, and how to cut out the middleman, right? So, you know, we have a way of the way the internet works now is we go direct to our fans. We build fans, we go direct to them. We don't need to have publishers in the middle, labels, musicians in the middle, and art buyers in the middle, right? Anyone who creates content now has the ability to go directly to their fan, directly to a potential customer, and use the power of the internet to sell and build fans and build email lists. You know, it's the same kind of stuff that we've all been talking about for the longest time, but now it's so easy, right? The internet is the tools have become, first of all, either completely free or dirt cheap, and so easy to implement that what you're seeing here is comedians and artists and authors and blog publishers and anyone who creates any type of content become millionaires from the creation and distribution of their content directly to their fans without that gatekeeper in the middle who takes the big cut, right? So that's what the book's all about. I'm very excited to put it out.
Very cool. Very cool. Hey, Rhonda, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
I am
okay,
muted.
So do you have any more questions?
Oh,
Oh, okay. You got any questions for Jim or anything ridiculous? Anything you want him to do, like, you know, this or what?
No, what else ridiculous can I do? I play a ukulele. Stop that.
I think there you go. Yeah, I think the most thing was that random called him, and then he's like, "Hey, am I on the internet?"
We just strike out the middleman in general, and that's how we do it.
Very good.
Right, exactly. So, what's the craziest prank you've ever pulled, or the funniest prank call you've ever done?
I'm getting a super echo on you, Rhonda. I can hear. What was the question? Ivana, can you repeat that?
She wanted to know what was the craziest crank call you've ever done since we crank called you.
Oh gosh.
Can you remember that far back?
Yeah, I do. But I don't remember any specifics to it. Do you remember those? Do you remember the Jerky Boys? You remember those?
Yeah.
those prank callers. It was like 25 years ago.
That's
I think
right.
I probably tried to be one of those guys once and call somebody up and do one of their voices. You know, back in the old days, you know, when there's no cell phones even, right? Where you actually had to pick up your phone. You know, my parents had one of those rotary dial phones, right? So like, so you literally pick up the phone and like you had to go, you know, 9, you know, 7. Remember those phones? No, I'm too young to remember that.
No,
Remember
well,
those?
I'm old enough to remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Oh, you do? Okay. All right. So that was probably, I can't remember exactly what I said. Something silly.
Yeah, something silly like, what does it go? Do you have Prince Albert in a can?
In a can, yeah.
All right. Well, Ron, do you think we should let Jim go and get on with the rest of his day?
Yes, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for answering our crate call and promoting your book. We'll get on that next soon.
Great. I got to figure out how to do my lower third now.
You can figure out how to do your lower third, no problem.
All right. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
All right, Miss Rhonda, wasn't that fun? Jim is awesome. He's one of my favorite. You know what we do when we're on Facebook sometimes? He's a crazy Cleveland Browns fan, so he and I will be like on Facebook because I'm a Steeler fan, and so then we just have this little rivalry thing going on.
I love that.
That's awesome. So
I have feedback on my volume, and I'm not sure why, but you hear it on your end?
no, I hear you fine. Hey, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I want to wind up our session with your bathroom epiphany.
Okay. So my bathroom epiphany for today will be. Let me think. It's going to be something that we learned today. It's going to be an aha from today.
Oh, you had an aha today?
Yeah, I had an aha today. So I think bathroom epiphany for today, and that will sum up our whole show, is to hashtag bathroom epiphany. It's going to be have a purpose in everything that you do, and have fun with it always.
That's what we're all about, having fun.
Exactly.
I hope you guys got some awesome tips today on naming and branding and having fun with your brand. We talked to Jim Cockrell about how to be outrageous and get attention and keeping that attention in a relevant way, right?
Right. So, exactly. And that's what the show is about. We try to get this show, this is kind of your comedy relief, but we want you to learn some stuff. It's like Jim was saying, we want you content when you're here, but we want you to have a good time too. And that's our purpose.
That's our purpose. All right, Miss Rhonda, should we let the people go?
Let's let them go. Let the people free. Let the people free.
Go have fun. Thanks for joining our random hangout today and being random with us. Hey, people, leave comments. Join the conversation because while we are a lot of fun, we are definitely a lot more fun with you.
Exactly.
All right, chicks.
Bye.
Catch you later. Bye, everybody.